This one is hard to say out loud. Not because I don't know the words, but because I do. And once they're spoken, they're real in a different way. There were moments, not just one, not just a bad day, but moments where the thought of not being here anymore didn't feel dramatic. It didn't feel like something extreme. It felt quiet, almost logical, like a whisper that said, maybe this is the only way it stops. And that's what people don't understand. It's not always loud. It's not always chaotic. Sometimes it's calm. And that calm is what makes it dangerous. I was fighting something that no one else could see. Not bruises, no alarms, no obvious signs that said, this person is not okay. Just thoughts, relentless, intrusive, heavy thoughts, the kind that don't just pass through. They sit down, they stay, and they repeat over and over and over again, telling you things that start to sound true just because you've heard them so many times. You're tired. You can't keep doing this. No one really knows how bad it is. You don't have to feel this anymore. And I fought it every single time, even when I didn't want to. There's a difference between thinking about escaping pain and feeling pulled toward it. And I felt that pull. Strong, quiet, persistent. It didn't scream. It just waited. In the background, in the silence, in those moments where everything slowed down and my mind had space to wander. That's when it got louder. That's when it felt closer. And I won't pretend it was easy to ignore, because it wasn't. People always ask or assume there must have been something that stopped you. And yet, there was. But it wasn't always strong. It wasn't always some powerful, heroic feeling. Sometimes it was just a pause, a single thought. My children, their faces, their voices, the idea of them growing up without me. And even then, I want to be honest, that didn't magically erase the darkness. It just interrupted it, gave me enough space to not act on something permanent in a moment that might pass. Fighting your own mind is exhausting. There's no off switch, no break, no moment where you can fully put it down. Even when you're smiling, even when you're talking to someone, part of you still in that fight. And after a while, you don't just feel sad, you feel tired. Deep, soul level tired. The kind of tired where you're not sure how much longer you can keep going on. Here's the truth, the really uncomfortable one. You can be strong and still not want to be here sometimes. You can love deeply and still feel pulled toward the edge. You can have reasons and still feel like there's not enough in certain moments. And that doesn't make you weak. It makes you someone who is fighting a battle most people never see. I'm still here. Not because it was easy, not because I figured it all out, but because in those moments, somewhere deep down, there was still a part of me, even if it was small, that didn't want the story to end like that. A part that whispered back, just stay. Not forever, just right now. And sometimes that was enough. If you're listening to this and you know exactly what I'm talking about, not in theory, but in reality, I need you to hear this clearly. That feeling, that urge, it passes. Not instantly, not easy, but it does. And you don't have to solve your whole life right now. You don't have to fix everything. You just have to do one thing. Stay. Stay through the moment. Stay through the wave. Stay even when your mind is telling you not to. Because this moment, as heavy as it is not permanent. This isn't about pretending everything gets better overnight. It's about telling the truth that some nights are fights for your life. Quiet ones, invisible ones, but real ones. And if you're still here after those moments, that matters more than anything. This is Defa. Don't ever feel alone. Not even in the moments you feel closest to disappearing.